Technology is an important part of our life. Most of the things that we use every day are all products of technology. Our bed, our ever-annoying alarm clock, the transportation that takes us to our destination, our cell phones that keep us connected to the world, and the computers that we heavily depend on. These are just few of the many other technologies that we have been accustomed and learned to embrace for their worth throughout the years. As part of the many technological discoveries, people now have a wider range of options. Based on preference, a user can select which device he or she feels connected with. Some have an opinion that one might even work better than the other. But I wonder, is this a good thing for us to have a huge selection of choices? Maybe it's even the opposite, because the selections are too diverse that it's problematic to choose what to patronize. Or perhaps the technologies are becoming too complex to manage and use. These reasons are plausible, and people are certainly happy or frustrated or even angry. But I want to focus my point on those who became frustrated and angry. It is very likely that they have also developed a strong passion of resistance to technology. But why do these people resist technology? Why can't they just conform like everyone else? I think here are some reasons why. First, people are afraid of the unknown. It is in our natural behavior to feel that it is better to stay still than take a risk and move towards a different direction. If a person isn't aware of a new product, he or she will feel uncomfortable using it. Second, lack of confidence in learning something new is a problem for some people. For example, most non-tech savvy users will be greatly affected if there was to be a drastic change in an application that they are using. Since they have put more time and effort in learning than most users, they will feel more apprehensive of the change because of the relearning process. Third, people are used to a certain routine. In a typical day during the week, we have a built-in set of tasks to do, and if disrupted, we sometimes lose our focus. Fourth, I think there's also a misunderstanding in the need for change in some situations. Have you ever questioned why Apple always releases a new product within a short time frame, but never see the difference compared to the previous version? Many people, including myself, actually get annoyed with this type of change. Is it even worth upgrading considering the slight changes? Or maybe there are added features that we just quite didn't understand. Fifth, when the benefits of making the change are not visibly seen as adequate, people just simply don't want to bother. Lastly, I think most people can agree that we eventually get overwhelmed and exhausted with the rapid changes in technology. It's just really hard to keep up with these changes. Now, what are some ways to minimize the resistance? What are some things that we can introduce to these stubborn users so that they can understand the benefits of making the change? We can start off by properly communicating to them as for why change is necessary. Communication is a very fundamental tool and can be very effective if conducted properly. A wholeheartedly conversation about the changes will have a greater chance of convincing them to adapt. Educating them about the new features of the product and show a comparison is a good strategy. Patiently demonstrate to them how easy it is to use and find a way to make them feel comfortable with it. Give them an open arm support for any issues that they might have in the learning process. Even if their concerns might be viewed to be simple stupid to some people, we should still show our eagerness to help them without hurting their feelings. And finally, what better way can someone be motivated than by showing them the incentives? We can motivate anyone to conform by providing a solid proof of the technology's advantages and all the good things it can do for them. For example, a cell phone user might be interested in being able to do anything with just a touch of a button. Then, a voice command feature like Apple's Siri might just win his or her heart.
I'm locked out.
I found 3 locksmiths fairly close to you.
Ultimately, change in technology is inevitable and very important in order to progress. One way or another, it is bound to happen eventually. Dealing with people who resist technology is a very tough task. However, it is also a matter of understanding and good communication to overcome this. The main goal is to make them motivated and eventually get them feel comfortable with the new technology.